welcome to another episode of Dos and a Half Cinco's. This is episode number 116. This week we cover The Northman. But before we get into it, as always, I'm your host, David.
I am Stuart.
And I am Ben.
Okay. All right. Ben, outside of our movie of the week this week, what else have you seen?
I watched the last episode of Better Call Saul, and
Wait, it's the last episode already?
no, the previous one. Sorry.
Oh, I was like,
The
wait,
latest
this is 3 episodes long?
The very last episode of Better Call Saul, and Stu, you're not caught up yet, huh?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Neither is
What?
David, right?
Don't you dare. We just finished season 5, so we're starting the new season today.
okay. I gotta say, well,
All right, I'm muting Ben because I know what he's going
Ben,
to do
stop
right now.
Already, you just stop.
when Bob Odenkirk bit it, you know.
Okay.
it's like,
No.
oh,
He
Shut up.
dies in real life on
Yeah.
camera in the show.
yeah.
Grabs his chest and goes down.
It's only been 3 episodes, but I don't know where they're gonna go with the rest of the season.
Do you know at what point of the filming schedule he had his heart
I do
attack?
not know. I have no
Okay.
idea.
Okay, because I know that was kind of like widespread news, and I was like, well, that's gonna definitely impact this.
I don't know
This
what the
final
widespread
season.
news is, so shut up.
No, I'm saying his health thing.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, all right then.
So I don't know how many other ways do I got to say it, David?
Can you clarify this thing for Stu, Ben?
Yeah, so when Bob Odenkirk died,
All right. What about you, Stu?
No, nothing. Has kind of been an uneventful week.
Started
I was
Ozark,
watching
maybe?
stuff. Was that?
Have you started the second half of Ozark?
I did. I haven't, but I noticed it was like, oh, Netflix is like, oh, hey, this is the thing now.
I got three notifications. One on my phone, one on the TV. Like when I logged into Netflix to watch the last episode of Better Call Saul season 5. Like, hey, this is now out. I was like, okay, I get it. I need to finish this other thing first, and then I'll get back to you. But yeah, that's pretty much been what I had going on. Anything else before we move over to box office rundown? Yeah,
I
it's pretty
did
quick.
get to see the #1 movie of last week and potentially this week, The Bad Guys.
Oh.
Okay, what did you
And-
think?
To say that I thought I had my full week's supply of furry-related media was a gross understatement until watching The Northman.
What are you trying to say?
I think the movie speaks
Clearly.
for itself, or should I say, barks for itself.
All right. I there was something related to that. They were talking about in this article that Disney made a huge error by releasing Turning Red to Disney Plus. They didn't get as much engagement as they were hoping for, right? Because they were hoping that if you got Disney Plus, they would increase their subscriber count, and it didn't as much as they would have if they had just I don't know, just released it to theaters. They probably would have made more money that way.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing because I feel like all I've heard is very positive things about the movie. So I felt like if they did release in theaters, they would have gotten a lot more buzz going on about it.
And then a timely release on Disney Plus probably would have helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you live and you learn. I guess
Yep.
that's just the way it will be.
Yeah. Another score for the furries.
Is
One
what's
up for
next
the
on
furry.
your agenda, Ben?
Your
What next?
Agenda? What?
furry
I have an
agenda?
agenda for
What
this.
what's next on the furry viewing calendar for you?
Well,
Like,
We got some Sonic.
we have some time to
fanfiction.
kill, so I wanted to give you your
Yeah, we gotta
chance.
pad this out.
yeah. Let me get the schedule. Oh wait, sorry, it's in my my fursuit. It's not here.
Okay. All right. We'll just we'll jump back to that some other time. Stu, I believe you owe us an update. Are you still able to buy tickets to Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yes, let's see. No Way Home. Do a live update here. I am indeed.
Chicken
So-
Watch 2022 is Stuart Yang a big fat fucking liar?
Well, I mean, he's not. I'll do a little
AMC
quick.
Ontario Mills, 7 o'clock
Mills.
and at 10:30.
Actually,
and
that's
20 Hills 20 is at 6:10. So
that's sad. There's more viewings for Spider-Man No Way Home at your theater than there were for the Northman at mine.
but you still got, what is it, 2-3 days?
3 days. By
So,
Thursday, maybe
yeah,
they will have been occupied by.
I have a reminder on my phone set to check the times on Thursday.
Oh, I wanted to check. Ben, when was the last time you went to Costco?
The last time I went was 2 weeks ago.
Do you happen to stop by like the snack aisle, like where they sell fruit?
The two I stopped by the snack aisle.
Well, I was asking. Well, the reason why is I saw there was a report someone was able to find Dunkaroos. I wanted to know-
Dunkaroos? No
Yeah.
way. No.
What is
fucking
this?
way.
I'm asking
call
you because
back to
I didn't
episode
find
2?
them. I didn't find them at mine. So
David, are you having a stroke? Is that what's happening? You're
No.
just like, oh.
I'm not
Can you
having a
feel what the left
stroke.
side? Do you smell toast?
I do not.
Oh, that's episode 5.
Dunkaroos. So that's a no
Apparently
then
we're
for you.
real quick though. We're unique enough that if you type in Dunkaroos Dos and Half Cincos, that we
We're the
show up in
first?
Google.
Wow, there's other Dos and Half Cincos?
So it's better than it just being like, what? I don't know
It's
what
just
this
empty.
is.
Hey, that means that we're queued somewhere.
Hey,
All
wait a
right,
minute. What's this? What's listennotes.com? What the hell is this?
I don't know.
Did somebody listen to it and take notes on our podcast?
The fuck is that? What is listen notes?
All right, we
Is
have
that a
some
thing?
time. You can go down the rabbit hole, Stu. Tell us what's going on.
So this is episode 1. For some reason, episode 101, titled "Pass Me Those Stapes," is showing up on this website, listennotes.com /podcasts
Cool.
/dose and a half /
Did
we
we
did it.
post this somewhere?
I
We,
did
we
not.
ended up on someone's school project. We did it, boys.
No, we're actually there's our
that what this
episodes 1
website
through
is?
5
Is it-
are also on here.
Is that what this website is? Is for people to take notes or something?
I don't think so. I want to say it's probably just like a school project. Or
It's
just for
unclaimed
community or
though,
something.
so we can claim it.
We're also on Launchpad 1.
That one I like signed it up, and then I don't think I ever pushed it through.
Oh my
Event
gosh.
Horizon Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
Guys, we made it. We're on google.com.
Dude,
I'm
right
putting my 2
underneath
weeks
Pass
in.
Me Those Stapes, episode 101. If you click on that one, it's translated into Russian.
Yeah, what's going on? Are we-
Shrimp and chocolate sex dungeon.
Wow.
Actually, all of our episodes look like they're on here. I don't know if it's part of like the SoundCloud thing or
It
what.
probably just pulls an RSS feed from one of like the other.
I didn't agree to
podcasts.
this. Are we getting paid for this?
No, dude, we getting
getting
paid for
paid.
any of it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. Disclaimer: the podcast and artwork embedded on this page are from Dos and Half Cincos, which is property of its owner and not affiliated or endorsed by Listen Notes Incorporated.
Yeah, good. At least they know where they can send the fat
Yeah.
royalty checks to. Okay. Any other news thoughts, guys?
I did have this kind of a movie going update.
Oh,
I tried something new this time.
Laid
'cause
on the floor.
normally I get popcorn and whatever, but the problem with getting popcorn usually when I go see the movie is that like I'm kind of like hungry for lunch or whatever, but I just have popcorn and then I kind of feel like I shouldn't eat after, but I'm still like didn't really have like a meal.
Yeah.
So
You got a snack.
yeah, but this time I was like, I want to actually like eat something. So I was gonna try to sneak in like a breakfast burrito or something,
Oh.
but
Okay.
I ran out of time, And so I pull up to the movie. Actually, that's not true. I showed up to the breakfast burrito place I was going to go to, and it looked like there was a homeless guy standing outside of it, just waiting to like accost people. So I was like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. So I just went to the movie theater early, and I was like, oh, they got a hot food menu. Let me try some of that. And so I ordered some their chicken strips and fries. And man, I think that's my new go-to now because that was pretty good for a movie, for being able to enjoy some chicken tendies in the theaters.
Damn, bottomless chicken tendies.
Oh man,
Dude,
yeah, get with it, Alamo. Come on.
Yeah, can you have real butter with it too?
Let him swim. It's like Homer
Yeah.
and his milk duds.
Swim, my pretties. But yeah, that was good. Their fries were really good, and the chicken strips were like
Curly fries or regular fries?
They were like kind of like almost like steak fries a little bit.
Oh, what?
But yeah, they were pretty good. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was kind of had low expectations, like, oh, it's probably not going to be very good.
Yeah, it's just movie theater, whatever.
I'll tell you this, Ben, they're way better than Chili's fucking chicken crispers.
Whoa. I know we've said a lot of stupid shit on this podcast.
Let's not say anything we are going to regret here.
No, I mean, he's probably going to regret it. Let's be honest. He's going to look back at this in 10 years and think, why? Why was I such a fucking asshole?
I'm sorry, chicken crispers. I didn't mean
that's
it.
right. You call him by his real name. Dumb fuck.
It's on the 2 for $20. Ben makes sure to buy it for himself. You need another person. Doesn't say that. I'm just gonna order 2 of those. All right.
Who the fuck hates chicken crispers?
People who've had them in the past decade.
Were you having an aneurysm at the same time? Is that what was going on?
Well, he wasn't watching a movie
when
he was
had
enjoying
chicken crispers, Ben.
I don't have to have it recently because I know it stays in my soul, in my very being.
Yeah, just like your pizza sandwiches were so
that pizza
good.
sandwich was really good, all right?
No.
So it took an hour and a half to get one, but it was still worth it.
Wait, a pizza sandwich? You mean a calzone?
No, I wish it was a calzone. This is literally not even a pizza. So if it's not a I want to ask David, if I tell you or ask you, do you want a pizza sandwich and it's not a calzone? What do you envision?
I have 2 pieces of bread, pepperoni, tomato sauce, and cheese.
But is it just like a sandwich
Toasted?
or is it
like a sandwich?
Pizza sandwich.
I would think grilled cheese, but you put like pepperoni in it.
Okay, so kind of
tomato sauce.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was expecting too.
What did you get?
Instead, we got basically like a pizza shop sandwich, like a cold cut sandwich.
Okay.
But the bread was like
pizza,
just like pizza.
Oh, okay. So you took 2 slices of pepperoni pizza, and that became your bread, and then
I wish, but if you took if you took pepperoni,
what's the name of the place so I can see it?
And scraped off the sauce and the cheese, or just didn't even put that on and just baked the dough by itself.
Okay.
And made that into the bread of the sandwich. That's what you would get.
Huh.
Also, I don't trust this man's opinion on any food.
I don't know. I trust Stu's opinion. Stu's never.
Hey, I have witnesses.
Wrong. What's the name of the place? Is it Potbelly?
Pizza. What's it called? Pizza's something. It's in Laverne.
Pizza these nuts.
Yeah, you want a pizza these nuts? Oh, gotcha, David. It was all green.
It worked finally.
Good work, Dave or Ben. On
all right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Pizza Barn.
Outrage. Pizza Barn. That's what it was called.
It just looks like a sub sandwich in the.
And would you wait like an hour for it?
Is it because they have to make it they have to make a regular sandwich and then cut it into a circle?
I don't think that takes an hour, but
that's what I was going to ask. It's like a reverse deep dish pizza, but
there was no pizza element to it.
It's a pizza in the fact that you cut it into slices. Actually, it looks more like a sandwich cake. It's got layers. But I guess if they want to trick the pizza market, that's probably one way.
I feel like I was tricked.
The pizza looks good though.
Huh. Yeah, we should have just got the pizza.
We did, and we
No,
got a
we didn't.
sandwich to boot.
We
All right,
didn't-
be thankful,
We didn't
Stuart.
get any pizza that day. There was no pizza had that day.
Stu, have you ever had one of those crap, what's it like? Not onion pancake, but it's like the thick loaf one. The
Green onion pancake?
yeah, but it's like kind of like tall, and it's like a it's pretty dense.
Isn't it?
That's what that reminds me of. I'll try to find a picture of it or what it's called.
But yeah, it's just so it's just a sandwich that's like made from the bread is pizza dough and they sprinkled some seeds on it.
Chinese sesame bread with scallions is what they came up with.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it. But yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. But instead of the layers of delicious scallions, you have meats and lettuce and tomato.
Like normal sandwich, cold cut sandwich ingredients.
Maybe a very circular sub sandwich. That's what it looked like to me.
And it took an hour or something.
But was it good?
Yes.
No, not worth the wait.
Yes, it was worth the wait. Thank you for chiming in, Stuart.
Certainly wasn't
worth
worth
the words "not," and then he just said, "I heard worth the wait." It's like, well, that's your fault for putting them in that order.
Dos and a Half Cinco's reviews this pizza sandwich as ... worth
the wait. Comma, worth the wait. Great. All right, let's move over to the box office rundown. All right, at number 1 is, no surprise, The Bad Guys, worth $16 million. Number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 3, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Just to kind of keep a running count, they are at 79 million, and their budget was 200 million. So not anywhere close. Number 4, The Northman, in with $6.3 million. Number 5, Everything Everywhere All at Once, 5.5. Number 6, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Number 7, The Lost City. Number 8, Memory. That's the new Liam Neeson's. Liam Neeson's. Neeson's joint. Number 9, Father Stu. Stu, no woo for Stu.
Why? I did this last time. I don't.
Number 10, Morbius. 1.5.
Yikes!
With $1 more billion.
I'm pretty sure the numbers of movies that are on here that are not going to make their goal, it's going to be Morbius, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, unfortunately, The Northman. Northman, I think, was had a $90 million budget. And I don't think it's going to hit that. Falling out of the top 10 is Ambulance. And for those who are keeping score at home, Spider-Man No Way Home is still in the top 20 at number 16 with 154,000. And Stu's Theater, that's locally, is part of the 528 that still have it.
Get your DoorDash accounts ready to send me a chicken sandwich.
Extra spicy, please.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. Any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
How much did Everything Everywhere All at Once make last week?
Last week, I believe they're up. So last week, domestic weekend, here we go. Last week, they did 5.4. So they're up a little bit.
That's pretty rare.
I mean, I think it's because it's definitely getting a lot more coverage for it. Yeah. The week prior to that, 7.1. Obviously, when it went wide release that first week in April 8th, hit 6 million on the 15th with 6.1. Easter weekend was its biggest weekend, 7.1 million, and it's been holding pretty steadily. I mean, it's in 2,000 theaters across the country. So,
dang.
Do we know how much this movie cost?
No idea.
So far they've grossed $35 million. I'm pretty sure that's got to be more than their production budget, right?
I have no idea. But let me ask you a question, David.
What is that?
What was your favorite part in Morbius?
I still haven't seen it.
Was it the part where they had the upside down sex scene?
What?
Wait, what? I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Like a bat, you know?
Wait, did you see it, Ben?
And then when they were
Oh
making,
my god! I thought you didn't you say that Letty said she would break off your engagement if you went to go see the movie? So why did you see it?
well, I mean, it made him $1 more billion. I mean, why wouldn't you see it, David?
The
Wait.
gigantic disaster that is that movie.
It did, or how did it make? You said it made $1 billion.
More $1 billion, yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
that's not a number.
That's not a number, and he's
Unless
also doing it. It's a play on words.
Is that Disney trying to like? Yeah, we made $1 billion.
Morbid.
What was that?
Billion doesn't.
What would you say? It sounded like you said more billion.
yeah, $1 more $1 billion.
1 more billion. Oh, you thought I was saying an additional billion. Oh, sorry. Well, we already submitted our reports and everything, so
It was really great when Jared Leto, went up to the bad guys and held out his hands and yelled out, "It's Morbin time!"
It's Morbin Time. We're really going to spin this off into multiple franchises. It's really going to do well, guys. It's Morbin Time. I like that. That's pretty good. All right.
Too bad we're not reviewing that movie because that would have been a good title for it.
It's Morbin.
All right, let's move over to the Northman for our movie of the week. Ben, do you have anything for this one?
I kind of do, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Hit us with it.
A king's son must flee his kingdom after his uncle ruthlessly takes everything away from him and murders his father. The son comes back, a man, to take back what is his. But can he really? Can he really take back his kingdom and live Hakuna Matata?
Oh, okay. There we go.
Everything the sun touches will be yours. Prince Amleth.
I knew I'd seen this movie before.
Filled with your favorite celebrities reenacting animals.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the movie kind of lost me after the Northman just like kills all those people, and then Timon and Pumbaa just.
Rafiki's got a really. He sounds a lot like Willem Dafoe.
Oh, so this was what everyone's talking about with like the live action Lion King movie.
What? Oh, that, yeah. And yeah. I really like the part where Danny DeVito comes out. It was kind of weird that he wasn't an animal and it was just Danny DeVito.
Yeah, well, he could be man pig, but we just decided it's just going to be man. Pig man. All right, Stu, thoughts on the Northman?
So let me see. I definitely liked it. It was not what I was expecting.
Okay.
I was expecting some kind of like kind of what you see in the trailers for the movie. I was like, oh sweet, it's gonna be like almost like a, I don't know if they're not considered Viking, but just that kind of whole, that Nordic kind of almost like a Nordic John Wick or something.
Yeah.
Like a from a long time ago, but I thought it was, other than my expectations, I thought it was good. I felt it was a little slow at some points, and that's probably where my expectations came in, where I was like, all right, let's move on to the shirtless Alexander Skarsgård scenes again.
Yeah.
Let's see some of that beefcake, but I feel like, that's probably more of a production thing. It's like, I can't look like that for the whole movie. Just got to put on a big baggy shirt.
Because we're in an environment or a country where it's not hot all the time. That's stupid. That's a terrible production decision.
Yeah.
But
also, I get confused during the movie. It's like, is this Charlie Hunnam or is this the other guy? Because sometimes in the movie, I'm like,
names.
You look the same as the other guy, but I did enjoy it. I definitely appreciate kind of like the it's kind of like reminded me of a little bit of the what was that movie that we watched with Matt
The-
Damon
oh
and
yeah, the
The Last
last
Duel.
duel.
yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, where it's kind of like this. And I can always appreciate this kind of like movie where it's actually like produced in like kind of like that kind of way where people are actually going places and are actually there, and not everything's. I guess I'm just like hypersensitive to like things that are green screen now. So anytime I
Oh,
see a
so
movie that's
like
not,
actually shot in the actual environment that it was
yeah,
supposed to be. Okay.
Or things
yeah,
that are just poorly green screened.
yeah, I'm. That's always like that's always gonna win points with me.
Mm.
And when they do that, so
On location shooting
right,
is a big key for Stu's rating.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stu, what are you giving it?
I mean, I know I don't sound like I'm glowing about it, but like, um, but I did really like it, despite my expectations, thinking it was going to be something else. So I give it a 9.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
I was very, very looking forward to this movie. Definitely love The Witch. Definitely love The Lighthouse.
And
So
Robert
going into this,
Eggers.
yeah, Robert Eggers, like man,
Like,
he,
oh, that's the name I remember that Ben likes.
yeah, see, he definitely makes very interesting. I don't know if this is the right term. Period pieces. Uh,
Sure.
yeah, but I was a little disappointed with this one. Not gonna lie. Like, I think that I really liked everything that did not involve fighting. um,
Oh,
the
okay.
action sequences in themselves, I can maybe pick out like one scene where I thought, man, that is brutal. That is fucking awesome.
Mm.
However, like I do appreciate that all these fights were very long takes of these very well choreographed fights, but it just did not seem like anyone really knew what to
Well,
do or throw around their weight. It looked very, very unconvincing. It seemed like
scripted
not even
almost.
scripted. It's like you could tell like these guys are just throwing around foam swords or like
Oh,
plastic swords. It's like there's no weight to it. There's no like real physics to it. It just really took me out of the moment. And it's really disappointing because like I think everything else about the movie was fantastic. It had these great shots, great visuals. It had a very it was very, very brutal. And I really like that. But man, the fight scenes in themselves really just, if it didn't take up so much of the movie, it would have been a lot better. But unfortunately, a lot of the movie was these choreographed fight scenes, and it just did not work with me. I probably have to give it like a 7. You
okay.
know, yeah, I
So
still
I'm
really liked it. It's just I was disappointed with the fight scenes in themselves.
It's funny because like I kind of had to like recalibrate my brain while I was watching it because like the fight I only ever have like one or two fight scenes that were notable,
Mhm.
and the rest I was just kind of like, okay, we're not doing a fight. This isn't like a movie that's gonna be like fight heavy, so I have to
Yeah.
pay attention more to the others.
Oh, okay.
The
oh the
they're
scene
kind of more the
setting and
revenge, like
gotcha.
the subterfuge
Yeah.
uh, plot.
Yeah, and I really like that part. The
The mood's right.
Yeah,
I
the,
feel
the
like it's
mood's
really
great.
brooding. He's very deliberate. Um, but Ben, I kind of like wanted to ask you if the way you felt about it, the like especially like the combat scenes, did it feel like they were going half speed? Like
Yeah,
almost
that's
like
what it.
rehearsal speed. That's the one note I wrote down. I was like watching. I think the like one of the like the capture like they were invading,
Yeah,
and I felt like I understand the sense that they're trying to get. Right, Skarsgård is supposed to be like this very intimidating feat like. Imposing like figure, he's moving through the crowd, right? He's
yeah,
unstoppable, right?
yeah,
You can slow him down, but that just means throwing more people at him.
yeah.
But I just felt like I don't know, maybe Stu's idea of like maybe recalibrating, going, I know this isn't a gun scene, right? They're not shooting. This isn't John Wick. You know what I mean? Like, and so death kind of happens slower. Combat's a little bit more deliberate, right? You're
It's not
talking about
even.
like, but it felt weird. It felt so like disjointed. I was like, I know what you're going for, but I just can't. I don't feel. I don't see it.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
me,
it's literally like the only thing I had wrong with the movie that I want to like dock a point for are the fight scenes, and it does like weigh pretty heavy on it, just because I felt like a good amount of the movie was those fight scenes. And it's not even so much that they're moving very slowly. It's like there's just no momentum to it. It's just like,
that's the
okay,
right way. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you could be moving very slowly and have like be carrying something very heavy, but there's impact to it. There's like actual weight to it. Someone knows how to like shoot that. No, I felt like, unfortunately, Robert Eggers is really good at like capturing these intimate moments with characters and really bringing out like
The
something
lore,
chaotic or
right?
very something loony about them. But the whole idea of
Are
the
you
fight scene.
okay over there?
Are
I'm
you
dying.
dying?
Yeah, this is more brutal than the fight scenes.
Do you know? Okay, I know that you really enjoy like long takes, but Ben, you can pause for a second and get a sip of water if that would help you.
No,
We're
this
not
has
going
to
to
be
grade.
one take.
We're
I
we're not
wish they
grading
did
your
that.
review right now under one take.
And unfortunately, I really wish that he actually did pause some of these takes on the action sequences and focus in on them and dial them in a bit more, because I felt like he could have used like a little do over here and
Oh,
there.
like a perspective change or like a
Yeah.
perspective like shift, so that way you can kind of change the like not necessarily change the narrative, but you can improve the pacing of it.
Well, not even improve the pacing. It's just like, I feel like in a lot of action movies or sequences, there's a lot of cutting and editing just to hide the fact that, we don't have a good choreographer and we don't really want to commit that much to a fight scene. So that's the way that, a lot of, action movies kind of mask that by, shaking the camera up, using quick cuts to kind of disguise that. With long takes like this, there's not really anywhere to hide
You can
that.
hide. Gotcha.
And it's funny that you mentioned The Last Duel, Stu, because after we got out of the movie, when I was watching with Letty, she specifically mentioned The Last Duel, and she's like, it does remind me a lot of The Last Duel, but the fight scenes in them itself, I felt like The Last Duel did it a million times better. And it was, just for that one portion of the movie. But you like, for two movies that really emphasize how brutal combat is, like The Last Duel definitely was like hands down way better at depicting that, just like the chaos, the emotion that went into it, like and the the follow through and the weight of everything that's going into it. I felt like it was much better there.
So for me, my score is also a 7. I think everything else around it, characters are well developed. I think that the mood was it was portrayed throughout the entire thing. You could have told me that this was the sequel to like The Witch. I would have probably believed it, and I was like, oh, is it a precursor? Like it felt like it fit really, really well. Even the storytelling, like story elements, were really, really well done. I felt like I would have really liked to have more subtitles because I couldn't understand every single word that was being said, and I was like, I guess it's not that really that important. Just know that they're like chanting something or they're doing some type of ritual or something like that. But for me, those are the only things. Combat mostly felt disjointed and a little bit rehearsed, less like combat-y. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it just didn't feel right. But yeah, so for me, 7 out of 10. Right.
It's weird because I didn't get that feeling about the things you guys are talking about when watching the combat scenes. I mean, I got the feeling just from the movie as a whole that this wasn't going to be like a Braveheart style like epic,
gotcha.
war fighting scenes. Because like basically the best part of the as far as like almost like the best part of the fight scenes from the movie were in the trailer, basically. And that was like the opening of the movie. So
all right, we'll go over to our spoiler zone at this point. And all right, Stu, did you have a favorite moment?
I had a couple actually, but so this is actually one of the fight scenes and this is probably one of my favorite parts of the movie was his imaginary fight with that thing, that corpse holding the sword.
Yeah, I really like that part.
That was good.
It reminded me like I'm like almost felt like is someone playing Dark Souls right now?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I really like that scene. Just like kind of because it added almost like a horror element to the movie where it's like this giant thing now. He's like, oh, this thing's gonna stand up. Oh God, it stood up.
It reminds
And
me
then
of the first boss in the Diablo 3, right? The Skeleton King.
Oh yeah.
oh right, yeah. So I really like that scene. Um, and there's also kind of like I think that was probably my favorite part of the movie was that part. Um, that then there was kind of like a kind of a real quick line that I really liked when he starts off on his kind of um, his little plot once he becomes a slave. He like the first guys he kills, he's like, "Fear not, for you're the first of many." And you just hear these two guys get slaughtered, and then you see them, the next morning they're all like chopped up and
Hung,
arranged
yeah.
in that thing. I really like that part.
Hmm.
Who was the character that had his nose cut off?
He was the guy who originally tried to kill him as a boy.
I felt like that was the best character in the entire movie. I don't know why, but every time he came up, I was just like, man, that guy is really acting his ass off right now. Like, much respect not having a nose the entire thing. I was like, whoever that guy is, that guy needs to get another job also. He should have another job lined up
Did you
as a
did you guys
noseless dude.
have the feeling, because I feel like it's probably within by the end of the first act of the movie, I was like, oh, his mom totally doesn't care
Yeah.
about this.
I didn't. I had no idea that was
You
happening.
didn't think that was
She,
coming?
she seemed
No.
pretty happy.
I mean, I knew that she was pretty heavy, but I was thinking like over the course of a long time, like she kind of like uh identified with her captor, right? I mean, I kind of bought into the whole thing. I was in what's his name's shoes, thinking that like, oh, I'm gonna avenge my dad. I'm gonna save my mother. I'm going to kill my uncle or whatever. Um,
Scar.
yeah, Scar. I was gonna throw him to the wildebeests. Yeah, I had no idea, but I could see why you guys would kind of assume that like, that's gonna happen.
I think it
She's the
was
one
like the
who,
moment it showed her just like kind of laughing and having a good time. I'm like, she totally doesn't care, or
she's
even
not enslaved.
yeah, or she even like was like part of it. And of course, sure enough, that's what we find out.
Hmm.
And I was like, kill her right there. He's like, no, I don't kill women. And I was like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh, he all of a sudden you grew a conscience for some
Yeah,
reason.
you just like slaughtered and enslaved the whole village and burned their kids or whatever
He
in
did.
a building in the beginning of the
I
movie.
mean, he
I mean, not
definitely
him personally, but
all of them. I mean, he's part of the invading crew, so I mean that technically you people uh definitely applies to them. I thought it was really strange at the very end that obviously he kills his mom, right? And then he kills his half brother, the little kid who stabs him like 4 times, 5, 8, 50. It was like it felt like a
a
million
lot.
times in the back, right? And then he slices him in half pretty much, and then the dad comes and picks him up and says, "I'll see you in hell." I was like, why wouldn't he just fight him right there? Is there like some Nordic law that requires that they settle this somewhere else?
Perhaps I
Hmm.
have to check with Darren.
I don't know. Orkney,
Gates of
but
Hell.
yeah, HEL, only one
Yeah,
L by the way.
HEL
Yeah.
or Heck.
Do you remember when we reviewed the witch?
It was like Halloween time,
It
wasn't
wasn't because it was a new movie, right? That was just a movie that Ben
it?
you
No,
picked or
I
Stu
think it
picked.
was because pandemic times and
Yeah. Okay, because I was like thinking, I was like, I feel like I just saw that movie. Why do I feel like someone said like, oh, Edgar's last movie was The Lighthouse, and I was like, no, it wasn't. It was The Witch. Didn't we see that? And I looked back and I was like, released in 2015. What the hell? Yeah.
yeah, I think we were just watching it for a Halloween thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Ben, you've been pretty quiet. What's going on?
Did you finally choke and die?
Well, I was just thinking about my favorite portion of the film, and man, it just comes back every now and then. But William Defoe's penis, was that actually his penis, or
I think that was a
No, he's got to be,
like
right? Because he's a method actor. He's never not given 100%.
Actually,
I'm just kidding.
actually,
You can't get Willem Dafoe's penis off your mind.
there was a movie where William Dafoe starred, and he had a nude scene.
Antichrist?
Yes, Antichrist. Have you heard of it?
I'm looking at the article right now.
Well, for those who don't know, William Dafoe had a nude scene, and the director actually used a body double for William Dafoe in that scene because
Willem Dafoe's incredibly well endowed. It says it literally says Willem Dafoe required a body double in Antichrist because of his distractingly large member. He's extremely well equipped. This is in quotes. He's extremely well equipped, says director Lars von Trier.
Imagine going to work and not being able to work because you're just too good.
Maybe it's like the technology. It's like we just can't get it into frame.
Yeah, well,
like IMAX camera or something.
Where do we pull the focus? Where do we pull focus? It's either his face is going to be blurry or all of it's going to be. What do we do?
Can we film this scene in portrait?
It still doesn't fit.
We have to stitch two camera feeds together.
They didn't have the CGI back then to complete the scene, so.
Yeah, so I was wondering, is that actually William Dafoe's penis that he's slinging around?
I didn't even think that was him. I didn't even realize that was him. I thought that was someone else.
Yeah, no, well, that's him. He is Rafiki.
But like, that was more like of a jester, and then the other guy seemed more of like a witch.
I felt like he's
moonlighting.
Moonlighting.
I didn't even know he was in the movie until I heard his voice, and I was like, "Is that Willem Dafoe?"
I didn't realize till they pulled out his rotting skull, and I was like, "Oh, Willem Dafoe."
Wow, they're just gonna credit him as a rotting skull. Okay. There was another scene I really liked. It was that ball game that they're playing, right?
Oh, it looked like they were playing almost like polo on the ground, right?
Yeah, and it's great that life imitates art, right? Like watching Draymond Green get ejected.
Oh.
Hit him in the head.
Just like the movie. Just Draymond Green wailing on a kid.
Actually, I'm going back to this article I read. It says that it was too big and everybody got confused when they saw it.
Wait, what is that?
See, now you can't get his penis out of your mind.
Well, I mean, this article definitely brings it up more than once.
Well, now I'm going to bring that up more than once every podcast. Welcome to the William Dafoe's Penis Hour, where we talk about William Dafoe's penis.
Or the lack thereof in the movie.
Last week, for our viewers, we entertained you about girth. Today, we're going to be talking about vein.
Next week, circumcision or not.
Gotta trim some of it away, or else it's really, really large.
Now, there was a portion of the movie I did really enjoy about how brutal it was, but I don't really want to. I don't think it really classifies as a fight scene or an action sequence, but it was that scene in where Alexander Skarsgård finally corners the noseless dude, right? And he has the sword up to his face.
All right.
Man, that was so fucking cool. Just him slowly driving the sword through his face. It's just like, oh my god.
Oh, you left me a mark where I could put the sword right between where your nose used to be.
Yeah, holy shit, that was so fucking cool. I feel like just the build up to that moment, the visuals that accompanied it, and just how fucking cool his sword
and the sound too.
Yeah.
They definitely really push that.
The night blade. Holy shit, the night blade cometh.
The night blade. Oh.
Gave him it was +10 strength.
I know.
At night.
And useless outside of everything else.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that they would play up that mythic creature thing more often. I felt like that was kind of a missed opportunity, but
Yeah, I did like the mythos of it all. Like I really enjoyed like the Valkyries and just everything mythological about the movie. Like the family tree, especially Nightblade. Holy
That
shit.
was cool. Like
The
how they
Nightblade
depicted
feeds. Oh
Yeah.
God.
only in blood.
Oh, feed me to the Nightblade.
Oh, okay. All right. Any other thoughts, guys, before we wrap this one up?
Shoot.
No.
I
It's
really
okay.
wished if this movie was what I was going to expect, was going to be more like the opening scene where they attack the village.
I
I
did
thought we
like
were gonna
that
have like
spear
way more of
toss.
that.
That spear
Yeah,
toss was
the
fucking
spear catching,
nice.
man,
Yeah, he caught
Nice.
that thing and then threw it
frame perfect.
straight right through the heart. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up now. Join us next week as we cover our movie of the week, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Unless you guys have any other ideas.
How about Spider-Man: No Way Home?
Wow.
You can watch Wuhan.
What?
There's a new documentary that's releasing this week called Wuhan.
Okay.
I'm not making this up.
Observational documentary unfolding during February and March 2020 at the height of pandemic.
And it's not about bat soup.
Wow.
Stu.
Why do they say it twice? Are they a Pokemon?
I don't know. Maybe it's like New York. It's like Wuhan province and the city of Wuhan.
I didn't realize about this when I was, for some reason, I was looking at, I was eating Chinese food, and we're talking about like the types of food from different regions.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize when I was looking at a map that like Wuhan's pretty goddamn big. Like,
Yep.
I thought Wuhan was just some like whatever
City.
who
In the middle
cares?
of the country, like whatever.
Yeah, but it's
Eh,
like pretty. Yeah, it's pretty poppin'. I thought it was just some kind of like backwater, like whatever. I mean, China's a big place, so just
Yeah, some kind of backwater third country ho like China.
yeah.
Okay. We love China. Ben, shut the hell up, dude.
Also, there's never mind.
Go.
I thought there was a place. I thought it said coming with a K, but it's Kunming.
Okay. All right. We're going to watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And then Stu will keep us up to date if he can still watch Spider-Man No Way Home. Don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you're getting your podcasts. We're available on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Google, and Apple Podcasts. And also on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dos Cinco's. As always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And Zaijian, Northman.
Zai-Jian, Northman.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Jin Tan.
Ching Chong. No.
Ricky Tan, Northman. The midget in a bathrobe. All right. Don't forget to tip your Reiki masters. We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Okay, bye.
Bye.